All right, here we go. Escalade 85, Saturday night spread 'em. Take two. I don't know if anybody was on earlier there, but we got disconnected somehow. Thank you, AT&T, Verizon. I don't know. Everybody was probably flipping out the other night because their phone wasn't working. Couldn't call nobody. Couldn't get online. All that garbage. I was at work, so I didn't care. Nobody bothered me. It was nice. All right. So week one. Here's a quick recap. We went 8-6-1. The one was 41-33 in the Niners-Lions game. Lions were getting 8, and they covered there at the end. Like I said in the first take, I think a lot of people lost some money on that. I'm guessing that spread went to 8.5 on Sunday, and everybody got the hook there. So Vegas wins again. 27-24 was the Bengals score. Burrow had 2 touchdowns. I will repeat this. That's what I called. A couple big kicks by McPherson. Bengals win. Called it. The lock of the week, which the name has been changed. You'll hear that in a minute. Was the Titans covering 3 at home against the Cardinals. That was the most embarrassing game of the week. Lost that one. So at the end of all the picks, like I said, 8-6-1, we end up $10. $20 game, except for the lock of the week, or the game formerly known as the lock of the week. We lost 50 on that one, so we only up $10. So not a bad first week. The Raiders covered on Monday night. I was telling everybody that I thought they'd win. At least I thought they'd cover for sure, but I thought they'd win. I don't think anybody on ESPN said that shit. Anyway, let's move on here because, like I said, I did this once and the connection lost, so I don't feel like repeating everything I said the first time. All right, here we go. Week 2 of the 2021 NFL season. Here we go. First game is Bangles at Bears. Bengals are getting 1.5 on the road. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think this one will be like 20-18. I think Andy Dalton's starting, so that's why I'm going against the Bears. I'm going to be like 20-12 in the fourth quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if Fields is in by then. And they go down and get a touchdown, go for 2 to tie it, try and send it to overtime. And Fields misses a wide open tight end or something. Just gets a little too amped, throws a little hard or throws a little high. I like Justin Fields a lot, but I think the Bengals win it on the road here. It'll be a little more difficult, but I think they win it 20-18. Over under on that's 45 points. So Bengals Bengals getting 1.5 is the pick there. Next game is Texans at Browns. Browns need to cover 13.5. It was really good against the Chiefs. Covered last week. 5.5 was the spread. I think they should have won that game actually, but they had some blunders at the end there, I guess, punter and all that. But all in all, they look good. That's why they're favored by 13.5. That's a lot of points. I think the Texans will cover, getting 13.5. Like a 34-24 or something. They score in the fourth quarter to bust up the spread there and, cover. So Texans getting 13.5 is a pick there. Over-under is 48 in that game. Rams at Colts. Colts are home dogs, getting 3.5. 48 is the over-under. Wentz is still starting. Colts don't have receivers. Rams defense looks like the Rams defense. Stafford looked really good. I think they got a few weapons. They need to figure out who's going to run the ball still, but they run enough. Rams cover 3.5 on the road there. I think over-under is 48 if I didn't say it. Next game is Bills. Bills at Dolphins. Dolphins are home dogs, getting 3.5. The over-under there is 47.5. Bills lost last week to the Steelers. Didn't look that good on offense. Still trying to find a running back. I'm going to take the Dolphins, getting 3.5 in this one. I think it's going to be a close game. I really can't see the Bills starting 0-2, but if they do, I still think they got plenty of time to come back and make the playoffs, even win the division, all that stuff. So I'm going to take Dolphins with the points there at 3.5. Pats at Jets. Jets are 6-point home dogs, so they're getting 6 at home. 43 is the over-under, which is the lowest over-under so they're not calling for a ton of points here. I don't think the Jets have enough weapons. I think the Pats figure out how to take away what weapons they have. That rookie quarterback looks good, but Bill Belichick is really good against rookie quarterbacks. His record's something like 9-1 or something like that. Probably better than that. Anyway, I'm going to take the Pats covering 6 on the road. It's kind of a big number, but it's just what I'm feeling there. Sorry, I'm drinking the BLO. Tonight's spread. I'm sponsored by the BLO. All right, Niners at Eagles. 49 is the over-under. Eagles getting 3 at home. Niners were up pretty big on the Lions and let back in it a little bit. I'm not sure I believe in their defense quite yet. It's got a lot of big names, not a lot of big plays. They just lost their best corner, their number 1 corner. Eagles look solid week 1. Smash Atlanta. 3 points at home. They're getting 3 at home. I'm going to take the Eagles to win this one. They definitely cover 3 points. So the Eagles here, +3 is the pick. Raiders at Steelers. Steelers got to cover 6 at home. Over-under is 47. The Steelers just beat the Bills. Their defense looked real good. I think their defense is going to look good against the Raiders because the Raiders throw to Darren Waller, and that's it. 19 targets that first game. I think the Raiders got to figure out something. Jacobs is out. He played a little hampered week 1 anyway. They got Drake, but they think Peyton Barber, who they just promoted or signed from the practice squad, something, is supposed to get Jacobs touches, which I don't know if I like that idea. So we got the Steelers covering 6 at home. And the Raiders just played on Monday night. So the Monday night hangover. Next, we got the Saints at Panthers. Panthers are 3-point dogs at home. Over-under is 44.5. Panthers got McCaffrey. They got a young defense still. I think they're working things out with Sam Darnold. They did beat the Jets, but that was the Jets. The Saints, BLO. The Saints looked real good week 1. Jameis Winston threw a touchdown every 4 passes. Had 5 of them. Their defense is solid. The rest of their team's solid, actually. I feel like Winston was a question mark, and he looked pretty good. 3's not that big. Saints cover 3 on the road. I think that's an easy pick. Broncos at Jags. Jags 6-point dogs at home. 45 is the over-under. Jags still young. Don't have a lot of talent. Bridgewater takes care of the ball pretty well. I know Judy's out, but I think Noah Fant has a big game here. I think Sutton, in his second game back from the ACL, looks a little better, gets a little more targets. I like the Broncos run game a little bit. I'm going to take the Broncos on the road to cover 6. Next game here is Vikings at Cardinals. Cardinals at home got to cover 3.5. 50.5 is the spread. I'm going to take the Cardinals here. This is the Escalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. That's what we're going to call it. The Escalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. Cardinals destroyed the Titans last week's lock of the week. Looked good moving the ball. Defense looked pretty fast. Vikings played the Bangles. I obviously watched the whole game. Vikings defense is missing a few people. They have nobody in the secondary. Their offensive line's pretty weak. Cardinals, Chandler Jones had, 5 sacks or something? Cardinals covering 3.5 at home against the Vikings. Escalade 85, get paid, pick of the week. I'm sorry, the Escalade get paid, pick of the week. So that's $50 game right there. That's the big one. Put your money on that one. Falcons at Bucks, 51.5, 51.5 is the spread. I'm sorry, it's the spread. The over-under. The Bucks got to cover 12.5 at home. I think the Bucks are a much better team than the Falcons. Antonio Brown looks good. Gronk played awesome. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. That being said, the Falcons, I think, will score enough points to keep it within 12.5. I think they get a late touchdown in the 4th, or not even, it doesn't even have to be late, but a touchdown in the 4th that brings it back in. Bucks kind of nibble around and run out the clock for the most part. And and this one ends up like 31-20. So I'm going to take the Falcons getting 12.5 on that one. Cowboys at Chargers. Chargers are at home. Got to win by 3. Chargers got to cover 3 points. 55 is the over-under, the highest over-under of the week. I think Cowboys offense looked pretty explosive. They're going to put up some points in this game. I think the Chargers defense should stop them enough, and the Chargers going to score enough because I don't know about that defense yet for the Cowboys. So I think the Chargers going to cover 3 at home. Next one was hard for me because the Titans looked so bad. But it's the Titans at the Seahawks, and the Seahawks got to cover 6.5 at home. 54 is the over-under, so some points here. Derrick Henry had 9 carries for 8 yards at one point last week. 9 carries for 8 yards for Derrick Henry. I don't see that happening again. I think he's going to get more yards. So I don't know if the Titans will win, but I think they cover the 6.5 against the Seahawks. And I know that crowd's going to be loud, but Derrick Henry's going to be running over people. He ain't going to hear nobody. I think he has a pretty good game. So I'll take the Titans to cover 6.5 on the road in Seattle. The next game here was the other one up for the Escalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. That's the Chiefs at the Ravens. The Ravens are 4-point dogs. The over-under is 54. Ravens, injuries. Their running back is supposed to be Freeman, or Devontae Freeman, who was good like 5 years ago. I thought the other kid looked good, but that was against the Raiders. This is the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to score every time they get the ball. So the Chiefs cover. Chiefs cover 4 on the road against the Ravens. Last game here is the Monday Nighter, Lions at Packers. Packers got to cover 11.5. Over-under is 48.5. Aaron Rodgers telling everybody to relax. I still think they look like shit last week. So did everybody else. And they're without Smith, I think his name is. They lost the outside linebacker, edge rusher for, I don't know if it's the rest of the year, but it's for a few weeks anyway. It's on the IR, so it's at least 3 weeks, I think. And the Lions look like they can do enough with the ball. 11.5 too big. They're going to get embarrassed on Monday night. They're going to get beat, I think, but 11.5 too big. So I'm going to take the Lions getting 11.5. The over-under there, like I said, is 48.5, so I think there'll be some points. But I don't think the Packers' defense is good enough to keep them from scoring at all. So I think the Lions are going to put up some points. And I think people are still trying to figure out what the Lions are doing as far as on offense because I don't know any of the receivers. They got a couple of decent little running backs. Swift I like a lot. And I think Goff might be a little pissed off. Plus, again, this one's more about the Packers. Just who the hell knows what's going on there. Aaron Rodgers wants out. He looked like it last week. I'm sure he'll dominate, though. It's Monday night. He told everybody to chill out. He's going to be pissed. But I think at the end of the day, Lions cover 11.5. So that's it. That's the Week 2 Escalade Saturday night spread and picks. Go over them one more time real quick. We got the Bengals covering 1.5 on the road at the Bears. Getting 1.5 on the road. Taking the Bengals there. Texans getting 13.5 at the Browns. Rams covering 3.5 at the Colts. Dolphins 3.5-point dogs against the Bills. We're taking the Dolphins. Pats covering 6 on the road at the Jets. Niners at Eagles. Eagles are 3-point dogs. We got the Eagles there. Raiders at Steelers. Steelers got to cover 6. They will. Saints at Panthers. Panthers are 3.5-point dogs. The Saints covered the 3. Broncos at Jags. Broncos got to cover 6 on the road. They will. Vikings at Cardinals. Cardinals cover 3.5 at home. The Escalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. Cardinals beating the Vikings. The sorry Vikings. 3.5 at home for the Cardinals. Sounds easy. Falcons getting 12.5 at the defending Super Bowl champion Bucks. We'll take the Falcons cover. We'll say it happens late, but I think they cover. 12.5 is just a lot of points. Cowboys at Chargers. Chargers got to cover 3 at home. They do. Titans bounce back a little bit. I don't know if they win. But Titans getting 6.5 at Seattle is the pick there. Taking the points of the Titans there. Chiefs on the road cover 4 against the Ravens on Sunday night, and the Lions getting 11.5 against the Packers on Monday. Is the pick there. So there we go. I said 8-6-1 is the record from last week. Up $10 on the season, thanks to the Titans. Titans jacked it up a little bit there, but it's okay. It was week 1. I've never picked all the games before. I almost never bet week 1. I might throw out a stupid parlay to see what happens. But anyway, here's the week 2 picks. Hopefully everybody makes some money. Hopefully I helped you out. And if anything, you know that you should pick against the Cardinals this time because the Titans did do it. But again, that's the Hescalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. We are going to copyright that. I don't want anybody taking it. But yeah, anyway, good luck tomorrow. Hope everybody has fun watching. We zoned in on the Bengals-Bears game. I hope Andy Dalton gets sacked 10 times. But I hope he plays well enough to keep Justin Fields off the field. I don't want that X factor out there. All right, y'all have a good weekend.